Where the athletes of Group 3 are about to begin their first event, the loading race, Colin.
Thank you, Danny. Yes, this is one of the meanest looking loading races I've ever seen. 75 seconds to get all 5 of those implements up and onto the platform at the end of the course. 2 piles of logs, an anvil, and 2 sacks is what they face.
Well, also, they face each other.
Aivars Šmaukstelis.
And Šmaukstelis, not to be trifled with, 6th time here.
Poland,
and not far behind that, from Poland, Kieliszkowski, another world strongman favourite.
Representing Canada, Mitchell
And this guy, my goodness, what an impact he made on his debut. 𝗙𝗎𝗀𝗀𝗏. They're not booing him, they call him the Moose. They're saying Moose. I promise you that. Well, they're off. That's a fast start from Hooper. Up it goes.
He's more like a leopard, his Moose. He's incredibly quick. Oh, goodness, what's Kieliszkowski doing? He looks so nervous. He hasn't been at World's Strongest Man for a good few years now, having had injury problems. And he's a man who's made the podium multiple times at World's Strongest Man. He just looks almost lackadaisical or terrified of his own shadow. He's got to get into this. Meanwhile, Hooper on the near side here, flying away.
Well, he certainly is. This is incredible work from Hooper. I mean, everyone's got their different techniques, haven't they? Hooper's is just to manhandle things on there. And it's working for him. Onto the platform it goes.
That's it.
Off, and he's done it.
That's all 5, 42 seconds.
Well, that's brilliant from the Canadian. Meanwhile,
Šmaukstelis, the Latvian, starting to stagger in the sand.
Kieliszkowski, well, he's approaching the table. He's not left himself much room, has he? He's trying to negotiate around. Oh, this is going to be difficult.
He's got to get his hands off and he's got to stay on. That's the rules.
Well, that'll do. But he's not happy.
A time of 107.53. Let's hear it.
He didn't
from
take any
Mathew
chances. He dropped onto the sack quickly to make sure it didn't fall.
One of the best loaders in the world, this guy, but not today.
Yes, 1 minute and 7 compared to Šmaukstelis' 52 seconds, 52.71. Very solid indeed.
Time of 42.05.
10 seconds ahead of that, though. This guy, Super Hooper, did so well. Look at this, just used his belly.
He really is unique, isn't he? Even the way he picks things up, it's unique. Incredible power.
Representing New Zealand, Mathew
Well, a debutant,
Ragg.
why not? First time here from New Zealand, the Kiwi Mathew Ragg.
Representing Great Britain,
Far more experienced figure, this, from Sheffield in England. Graham Hicks.
Representing the United States,
And another
Spenser
debutant,
Remick.
the American Spenser Remick. Interesting to see what these guys can bring to the table. Or the platform. They're off.
You've got to remember these piles of logs are getting up close to 300 pounds each. It's incredible weight and so awkward as well. Mathew Ragg, well, that's the way everyone expected people to pick it up. One hand down on the rope. Quite different to what 𝗙𝗎𝗀𝗏𝗏 just did, though, and that was definitely the right way to do it for speed, if you have the power, that is.
Well, Ragg's onto the anvil, proving no issue for this guy. Onto the first of 2 sacks, way ahead of Hicksy.
Yes, indeed. Hicks in third, the most experienced of them. The man who made the final in 2020. The man from Des Moines, Iowa, though, is in second here, because Spenser Remick very slow on that sack, and this looks like Mathew Ragg's.
Certainly does. The Kiwi moves on to the final sack. Remick looking to catch up.
Mathew Ragg, a shift manager at McDonald's.
He'll be good in the stockroom. He's done it. Excellent work there. First time here. Great way to make your mark. And Remick.
Well, you start to realise how good the time of both Šmaukstelis and especially Hooper. That was 58 seconds from Ragg winning this trio.
Out of time there for Graham Hicks. Surprising, he was just sinking into that sand, wasn't he?
Yeah, 75 seconds. Time limits up. I'm not sure he was going to get that in anyway. He looks exhausted, Hicksy. He's grabbing his groin. I think he had a bit of a pull adductor coming into this. Hopefully he's okay.
Well, Remick does very well, places 4th.
Yeah, he is just ahead of Kieliszkowski.
Let's hear it from Mathew Ragg.
But this is great work from the New Zealander, Mathew Ragg.
He slots in behind Šmaukstelis and Hooper, taking third.
The winner of the loading race in Group 3, representing Canada, Mitchell Hooper.
So the Canadian moose, Mitchell Hooper, takes the first event of the competition, all 5 objects, 42.05. Šmaukstelis, he's in second, and our rookie from America, Remick, takes 4th. And Hooper is with James and Eddie.
Mitchell Hooper, once again, we stand here with you having won your opening event of this qualifying group. Eddie, in fantastic fashion.
An amazing fashion, and I've got to say, Mitchell, I mean, going on the back of last year, one of the best rookie performances I've ever seen in my whole career of World's Strongest Man. This time round, what have you changed to improve yourself?
It's just experience. I mean, I did well last year at Worlds, but that was far and away my worst performance of the year. Coming off my first big win at the Arnold's a couple of weeks ago. So it's just experience. Last year I did phenomenal in the heats and then dropped the ball a little bit in the finals with a lot of stuff that I'd never done before. So in terms of training, I made sure to train every single event that we're going to be doing because I expect to be in the finals and I expect to be contending.
You expect to win?
Expect's a strong word, but I think it's a possibility.
You talk a lot about the mind getting in the way of a lot of competitors. What is the key thing then that enables you to stop that happening?
Well, I got my family here. I got people close to me here. I got plenty of people cheering for me at home and supporting me. To me, that's what's most special, and that doesn't change regardless of my performance.
Okay, well, performance was pretty special. Many, many congratulations, Mitchell Hooper.
Well done, man.
Well, up next, an extremely daunting machine set to test the limits of our strongman's endurance, the deadlift machine, when we return to the SPD World's Strongest Man, presented by Rogue.